Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me for our initial concept meeting of the Folk Art Matters lecture series. Um, on the conference line, we have Trish, and here in the office, we have Cody next to me. And let's go ahead and get started. Trish, do you want to go ahead and introduce the event concept?
Yes. I'm going to talk about the event concept so we all understand the purpose of the event and why we're going to do it. So the Folk Art Matters event will endeavor to solve the issue of the lack of year-round engagement opportunities for community members to interact with IFAM. This absence of year-round programming has hindered IFAM's ability to cultivate deeper connections with the general public in the Santa Fe community and has lacked education programs throughout the year. This problem was identified in the post-market survey after the annual International Folk Art Market in Santa Fe, the only event of the organization at the time. Attendees requested more social, educational, and shopping opportunities with the organization, the artists, and the artist products. So moving on to the next agenda item, we'll talk about the goals and objectives. So in an effort to fulfill the need of a year-round connection with the community, the organization will seek to promote its artistic programming. By implementing the year-round artistic programming, the International Folk Art Market will strive to maintain continuous engagement with Santa Fe's thriving arts community on a regular basis. Our objectives are to encourage individuals in the Santa Fe community to participate more fully with IFAM by creating new opportunities and appealing events between community members and the folk art community. Our next objective is to implement a low-cost community building opportunity, including refreshments, that will allow individuals to build arts community relations by participating in an informative lecture presented by leaders in folk art and engage in meaningful conversations regarding the subject matter. So, do we all understand the concept?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Cody, do you want to go ahead and go over the event budget?
Sure. So for the event budget, we will have around $2,000. And with that $2,000, we need to make sure and cover refreshments. We need to cover audio and visual services. The event staffing will be provided by us. We also need to cover photography and videography for the event. And we need to cover costs related to registration and supplies. We don't have any costs for the venue since we'll be doing it in our own place. And we also need to take care of marketing, which will probably take up the largest portion of the costs.
Perfect.
And related to marketing, we'll kind of go over deliverables and target demographics and things like that. So we will basically be trying to focus on our primary and secondary target demographics, which are men and women, mostly women, who are 50 plus years of age, and also people that are just interested in getting involved with art and getting involved with our organization and knowing more about us. And how we are going to try and advertise to these people, which traditionally works, is print ads and paper mailings. So we will mainly try to focus our promotional strategies on social media, things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we will also do some print ads in the local newspaper, and we will do digital ads as well through the local newspaper website. We'll be doing email blasts to go out for the different reminders, probably about 4 of them to go through the different stages getting ready for the event. And we'll also do a promotional radio hearing on the Honey Harris radio show.
Okay, great. Well, I will go ahead and move on to the next agenda item. Let's go ahead and go over some of the items that we may want to include on the project timeline. So I think that we should implement the marketing plan, social media campaign, schedule the print and digital ads, and schedule the radio promotion early on in the timeline, and also start working on the content for our e-blasts and start to inform people about the event and gain community interest. We'll also need to schedule a backup presenter just in case we have a last-minute cancellation from our primary presenter. We'll schedule a walkthrough with the fire department to make sure that all emergency exits, fire alarms, and sprinkler systems are functioning properly. We will obtain pre-approval for additional parking by the nearby businesses in the area in case our parking lot is full at the event. We'll purchase refreshments prior. We'll need to inspect the restrooms and make sure everything is working properly. We will brief staff at our next staff meeting before this event and assign duties to get everyone involved and make everyone aware of what we're doing. We will do a complete setup and run through of the event with the presentation equipment. We will also evaluate our tech contingency plan if something fails during the presentation. We will also prepare our list of emergency contacts, and once the event is over, we will evaluate the event and debrief. So let's go ahead and just quickly go over our implementation strategies and just kind of talk about logistics at the event. Staffing will be staffed by IFAM staff. We will not have a caterer. We will just provide refreshments ourselves. Santa Fe Audiovisual will be coming to set up the PA system, the microphone and podium prior to the event in the early afternoon. Let's see, we will handle trash on our own and just use the 2 bins in the back that we have. I don't think we will generate enough trash to rent further disposal equipment. I will be the main point person for the event. Let's see here. And one of our board members will also arrive early on to introduce our presenter and make the opening remarks at the event. I think the presenter's presentation will be about 60 minutes with a 20-minute Q&A at the end. And at the end of the event, staff will stay to clean up and Santa Fe Audiovisual will return to gather the mic and podium. And I think that's it for now for the basic event logistics. So our last agenda item is to determine next steps. Cody, it sounds like you'll be handling most of the marketing and promotional needs for the event.
Yep.
Trish, you will be monitoring the production calendar and setting deadlines to make sure we're on track to have a successful event. I will be handling the event logistics and working on the finer details in that. And I think we should schedule our next meeting from 1 week from today. All right. Thank you all for coming.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Sounds good.